IG John. You got like 2 different devices to go IG to?
No, I just got my phone, bro.
All right, bet. I'm gonna just go live on the IG shit. They just gonna hear me.
Okay.
Hold on. All right, big pimp. All right, let me see. We live on YouTube. This shit weird now, nigga. Hold on. Let me see. We should be on here though.
You can save it too when you're done, right?
To YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always gonna save on there. Nah, I feel crazy though, low key. I ain't even gonna hold you. All right, bet, man. What's good, man? It's your boy TimelessRoc with TR Mentality, man. Before we get into the live, man, make sure you own your own shit, man. Y'all know the vibes, man. Today, we here with a special guest, man. My guy Deryck Rimson, man.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
To him, man.
Doing all right, man. How's everything going out there? Shout out to my man, TR Mentality in the building, man. Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate you, dude.
You already know, bro. I appreciate you pulling up. Yo, straight. Oh yeah, we bougie today. You feel me? We can pull up the comments on the live and everything.
Oh,
we got Mariah in this joint. Yo, what's good? You can see all this, bro. You can see everything popping up.
Yeah, I see. Diane Scrape in the building. Yeah, what's going on? I like this StreamYard. It's way better than.
Hell yeah, bro. This shit crazy. Yo, Mario, what's good? But yeah, I'm gonna let people get in here and everything like that. You know, we got a couple things to talk about.
Yeah,
y'all see the title and everything like that, man. Make sure y'all go follow my guy D-Rum, man. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got 6 niggas in here real quick. Feel me? That's quick. I ain't even checking the IG. Yo, what's good with y'all on IG, man? Y'all get y'all questions in and everything too. Y'all see the title and everything. Y'all can't see my guy, but we got my guy D-Rum on the YouTube. So if you want to see my guy D-Rum, go switch over to the YouTube. I should actually just go on YouTube, make all y'all get on YouTube.
Yeah,
so that y'all can see the real. Y'all can get the full vibe. Right now, they just looking at me like, who you talking to?
YouTube popping right now.
Yeah, real rap. They get over here, get lost, nigga. Let me see what we got on the comments. Yo, Ari. Yo, Scrape. Yes, sir. So yeah, we got a lot of shit to talk about. Like I said, so y'all can see we talking about. Hey, yo, on YouTube. I mean, on IG. Y'all get over to YouTube at TR Mentality, bro. I'm off this joint. Hopefully they come over. There's only a couple people on the IG. Hold on. Damn.
Yeah, IG be acting bipolar sometimes, bro.
Yeah, bro. I don't rock with that shit. They be like censoring videos and everything. You be getting that censorship?
Bro, on now TikTok's starting to do it, but it's bad on YouTube, bro. You can't even do nothing now on YouTube. It's crazy.
On YouTube, you getting censored?
I mean, not on YouTube. I'm sorry, on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram, you can't do nothing.
Can't do nothing, bro.
Yes.
Like they about to. I think the government about to own Facebook and Instagram, man, because of the Metaverse.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They starting to add too many rules, man.
They heard about the data and all that, like how important that shit is. Man, but man, you know, getting into this shit, like I said, y'all know, I ain't never did nothing where I be asking questions and shit. So I'm used to talking to the people. I be on here by myself and everything. But getting into the video to start it off, man, I think the best question to just go on and just, you know, start this whole vibe off. You know, what made you say, yo, I want to be independent no matter what kind of situation pull up, all that. Like, what's make you say, like, yo, I'm going to be independent no matter what?
My fault, bro.
No, you go.
Hold on one second. Yeah, my fault. To answer your question, what made me want to stay independent, man, was because of 2 things. Number one, because of what's going on right now. Like, it's getting worse and worse. Knowing that if you do sign to anybody, you don't really have control over anything. But lately, I've learned it's not just your masters. It's control. Like, everybody controls your likeness. They control when you put music out, how you put music out, what to create, how to create it. And you're not even a writer. You're just a person sitting behind a desk making decisions, and you don't even know music. But knowing that you don't even control nothing. And I started seeing interviews too, like Ashanti did interviews about it, and you know, now Megan Stallion is struggling with her situation. So it's like this is an ongoing situation that's like going on right now, and it's like I just feel like it's not going to get better. So that's why I decided, like, dang, now we got DistroKid, we got TuneCore, or you can just put up your own music and not ask for permission now. So like that's the beautiful thing. The beautiful thing is that you get to control your own narrative.
Yeah, bro, I be saying the same thing. Like the cost barrier to entry nowadays is so low. It's like what is we signing deals for? Like y'all see the main like legendary deal with the distribution deal, Master P, 85-15 split. Like that was crazy back in the day. Ain't nobody do that. So
that's true.
Back then it was necessary though because of how much money it costs to print up the CDs and all that extra shit. Nowadays, you can, like you said, you could go right on DistroKid, $20 a year at minimum, and then boom, you could go and do whatever you want to do. And like with that being said, and then go ahead, bro.
No, I was like, and to see what Russ is doing too. Russ kind of changed the game, bro. Like he kind of cracked the codes.
Yeah,
like, he started exposing TuneCore and how you get paid like every 2 weeks. Like record labels ain't paying their artists that much. Like they paying their artists whenever they feel like paying them, and it's in the contract that they can hold your money. Like it's just it's like so many layers to it, man. And then people talking about publishing, but publishing is not really ownership technically because you got to sign away your publishing. If you sign to a record label, it's like there's no
way. Yeah, because they own everything. That's why I saw the video you just talked about with the Summer Walker joint of her going live, like performing live and everything. And it was like she knew what she signed up for. When you sign to a label, most of the time, bro, you in a 360. You know what I'm saying? So they own everything. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, your likeness. So they getting all your ancillary income. You can't even go get a sponsorship deal. None of that. Everything is tied to them. They literally own everything that you got to do with. So when you go do your live shows and everything, and even when you go on tour, we heard about Russ, like you said, Russ, he exposed the fact that the margins ain't that crazy on those. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of them take the club bag. And then we hear about the club bag. Like if you taking that route, you're not really gaining a long-term fan base. Because these are people that's just there to have a good time, take their little videos, snaps, everything like that, and dip, drink, go to the crib.
And as you've seen, bro, COVID changed everything too.
Hell yeah.
Remember, when COVID hit, there was no clubs, there was nothing. And now Miami getting hit with another curfew where you can't even sell drinks after 6. Remember, all the rappers be trying to go to Miami. But now it's like, that's why it's important to have a catalog that you own. Because that's how record labels is making money. They making money off of back catalog. They're not making money off of today's. Yeah, back catalog making over like $7 million like every 24 hours. Just off of back catalog music. Exactly. Like they don't even care about today. Like,
my man's right. Straight right though. My man's had a question up here. What'd he say? Damn, what the hell? Motherfucking ring light shut off on me.
How do you stay motivated and ignore everyone and just focus on your shit? Listen to TR mentality.
Yo, big facts, man. Y'all know the vibes, man. Like that's another reason why I was thinking about before we got on the live. Like you one of the only people that's around me that be on that same shit with the business. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else, especially like people on the come up, nobody's really educated on this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like that was why I was like, yo, I had to get him on here. And like my man said, so I know this is a question my man Scrape always talk about. He always asks me this shit, like, how to stay motivated, ignore everyone, just focus on your own shit. I think the biggest thing is just to have tunnel vision for real. Like, you really got to be able to just, like, you got to be able to lock in on your own thing. I tell these people all the time, you got to have your vision and you got to know what your vision is. It got to be clear and you got to stay focused on that. You can't say, yo, you can't change that up because of nobody talking. You can't do none of that. Everything got to be like, yo, this is what I'm here to do. And you got to stay focused. Like, when you growing, because like he come in here all the time. So this is one of my main viewers. He come in all the time. He talk about he got like 300 subscribers. When you at 300 subscribers, you could go weeks without gaining one subscriber. You know what I'm saying? You getting one view. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, that's cool.
I mean,
I got my shawty in the back.
and what I learned too, man, about staying motivated is that, and you said this too, bro. You said appreciate every follower. Like you might have one person watching you, and this was deep knowledge, bro. You was like, you might got one person watching you, but that one person is motivated. Like they actually took time out to be inspired by you. And I learned like I might got 50 subscribers, but those 50 subscribers are real people. Those are 50 like real people. Big Lotto was just talking about this yesterday. She said, because I guess somebody left a comment talking about, and I posted in the community on YouTube, that she was saying how, she was basically told that, the stage is too small where you perform at because you're not doing the big stage. And Big Lotto said, I got 1,500 people that come to see me every single night. And I go on 20 city tour. If you do the math, I got more loyal fans than just going to Rolling Out Loud and performing in front of 100 artists.
Exactly,
where
bro.
everybody's not coming to just see you. They coming to see J. Cole. They coming to see everybody else. But you got 1,500 loyal people. That's why I used to say that, man. Like, just appreciate everybody. You might got 30 people. Appreciate those 30 people, because God might put you in front of 30,000 if you appreciate, the small crowd. As I learned watching Tupac. Tupac said his first show was in front of 4 people. And he invited Janet Jackson, and Janet Jackson came with 4
That's
people there.
crazy. That's
Can you
crazy.
imagine the embarrassment Tupac felt versus
Yeah,
how we
hell yeah.
feel with just social media? Like, it's that journey is everything, bro. So that was deep knowledge you said. So to answer your question, like, appreciate everybody that's following you, not just chase behind like the big numbers, because it's gonna come. And once you show gratitude for what you have in front of you.
Yeah, and that's a big thing too. Like what you say, like appreciating everybody, because I think one of the biggest things we do as artists or anybody, content creators, influencers, all that, we get caught up in the numbers. Everything just becomes a numbers game. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at data, you're looking at analytics, all that shit. You really paying attention to like the numbers, and you so focused on, yo, how can I get to the next level? 10K, 100K, you know what I mean? All that. But you get the you forget about the fact that these people, they real people. These is people that got dreams. These just like you. Like we wake up, we hustling. You know what I'm saying? We really trying to accomplish something. These is people that's doing all this. They got families. They work regular jobs. They doing real shit. They go through shit. This is real people, and you gotta respect that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't think about that. So they think like, oh, you got to buy my album because you're a fan. You've been here. You already show support. But it's like, this is a real person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like people forget that.
Yeah.
People forget that. And that's another, and you're going to be way more like appreciative and grateful for somebody actually taking time out the day. Because like I said, once again, we hustling and other people is just like that. So if for somebody like us to take the time out the day and go support somebody, or you pulling up to the stream and all this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to appreciate that. That's crazy.
It's true. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, that was deep knowledge, man. When you saying that, like, you saying like, dude, like, you gotta appreciate every single person, because, like, and I really think that's why a lot of musicians quit music too, because they're waiting for that instant gratification.
Exactly.
But the instant gratification is not going to show up right away. Like, and I'm a witness of it, because I think we're all guilty of it. I tried to find a way to get my music in front of a bigger audience, but what I learned too is like, okay, if you go viral, how you gonna monetize it? That's why a lot of people can't handle doing music, because they like, I don't even know how to handle this viral moment. You know what I'm saying?
And that's another thing with. Nah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you ride out.
No, I was saying no. I was like, that's exactly why a lot of people there's so many one-hit wonders now.
Yeah.
Because it's like, dude, like, I don't even know how to monetize this shit. Like, how the hell was it go from 10 people?
Exactly.
Now I got 10 million. Now I'm going on tour with these people. Now, it's like you don't appreciate the journey. But I'm telling you, that was deep knowledge, man. But I do feel like that's how I stay motivated, man. It's just appreciating the journey, man. Because it's a lot of people out here that don't have a lot of fans, but they're making like 6 figures a month.
Of course.
Doing music, bro. It's crazy.
And that's why we say it's so important, like you were saying, like for the journey, because you learn shit as you go. So you're gonna learn how to monetize. You're gonna learn how to monetize 10 people. You're gonna learn how to monetize 50 people. You know what I'm saying? So when you get to those bigger scales, you able to understand, what goes into monetization. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you just jump straight up, like you said, and you could fumble that because the attention is there, like you said, and you could fumble it because the opportunity could present and then go away. And that's what we're seeing with TikTok too. Like a lot of the artists that blow up, they end up going and signing these deals. The record label just signed them for that one song.
Yeah.
And then they end up popping, but they don't know how to grasp it. I'll be talking about this. I just thought about this because you mentioned Big Lotto. The female artists, bro. This is another thing. Cause I say like with the record label, so like you said, like when they own all your shit, you can still capitalize. It's a certain way. You gotta have a certain plan and everything, but you can still capitalize with all the attention and the traffic they bring into your name. Because but a lot of people, and I see female artists, they don't got no shame. They post all their content. Like you go to their stories, they posting actual stories. They talking to their fans. Everybody know, like look at Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? She one of the biggest. Look at Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? Like these women, they out here killing the content game. They actually connecting with the audience. The men, they think they so cool and all that. They don't want to post no content. And then you fumbling the bag because you got all this traffic coming to you and you're not doing nothing because they don't know you as a person. They just know, okay, when the music coming. You know what I'm saying? And then they be like, why y'all niggas just want an album all the time? That's all they get from you. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know you.
I didn't even notice that, bro. You pointed that out, bro. I'm just thinking about that. That is true. I'm starting to
Yeah.
see that. Yeah, a lot of female artists, they are like, they putting themselves more out there, like, and not just with hip hop, like Billie Eilish and everybody, like they really are like, they're really connecting with their fans. I'm starting to really see that. I
Yeah.
am starting to see that a lot more, and really, and I honestly tell you the truth, I really feel like that's what helps. Like you said, that's what helps people support you. You
Yeah,
know,
hell yeah.
I mean, it sucks that we got to put our image in front of everything nowadays, but I mean, but it's good for people to like kind of, because social media is another way where people can kind of like touch you,
Yeah.
because it's like another way of you bumping into somebody in the street and you just want to have a conversation, like you just liking somebody's tweet or liking somebody's post on Instagram, like you liking a comment. That's like man, like he actually read it and cared, or she read it and cared. Like you said, like that's part of giving value, which a
Yeah.
lot of people don't know. Like you said, a lot of artists don't do that because everybody think they Beyonce
And,
or
and, and,
Jay
and you
Z.
know the
Like,
tricky part about that, like giving value and everything. Like a lot of people, so you see how we give knowledge on the music business. A lot
yeah,
of people, they think, okay, so what if they want that kind of information more than they want the music? And that's a trick that a lot of people, they get in their feelings about, because obviously you're an artist, you're a creative. This is what you want the world to see. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But I think the biggest thing, like I remember one of the times, like when I first started making YouTube videos and posting all my content, it was literally like, yo, one of the biggest like battles I had with myself was, yo, how can I, like, what if you build this to 100,000 subscribers, right? And they want
yeah,
this content, right? The motivational, the information, and all that shit, right? More than, and now it's like, damn, how can you? Now it's like, yo, they not transferring over to listening to the music, right?
yeah. That's
But I
facts.
said, listen to the problem. One of the biggest videos that changed my life was Grant Cardone. He said, yo, if when you growing, you need new problems. So what I just said was a problem. Like, okay, all right, you build this to 100,000, and now they want this content, but they don't want to travel over to the music. But what's the problem? The problem is now you got 100,000 people, and now you got to get creative on how you can get them to do what you want them to do, right?
Yeah,
That's a problem, but it's a blessing because you got 100,000 people. Before you had nobody. Now you like, how can I get nobody, and then how can I get this nobody to something to actually come listen? Now I got 100,000 people over here that like you for you.
that's true.
And that's a battle a lot of people deal with, like especially as artists. It's a sensitive topic. Like, yo, I want them to hear my music. I don't want them to do that. Like, what the fuck?
And that's the crazy thing, bro, about TikTok too, because TikTok. Funny thing is, TikTok can be like that too. But and that's why I love TikTok, because even though you're not really serving your niche 100% of the time on TikTok, if
Yeah,
you do post something that's serving your niche and it's good, you
yeah,
can still go just as big with that as you do the other videos too. So that's what I like about TikTok. Like the algorithm is not all over the place where it's like people are just following you just for one
yeah,
thing. Like everybody's creative. Like some people like talking about motivational, and then they post a clip of them in the studio, or they doing
yeah,
a do with somebody. So that's why I like the TikTok. Instagram,
yeah,
yeah, it can be very inconsistent, because it's like, if I was posting production, I gotta keep posting production, but I can't post, a clip about Steve Harvey talking about, follow your dream. Because somebody, no,
yeah.
because bro, like somebody actually, a PR actually told me that, because I really don't like PRs. I'm just gonna be honest, because the PR means public relations, means that they only do things that relate to the public. So you got to be careful sometimes, because it's like they want you to do things that everybody else is doing. But
Of course.
one PR told me, like, because I was posting my production, and I had posted me doing interviews, and I had a post of me posting motivational stuff. And she was like, looking at your page, you look like a radio host. You don't look like an artist. So I kind of felt some type of way. I'm like, wait, you're not even, are you even scrolling? Like, or did you even click the pictures? Like, click the video? Obviously, it says motivation for music purposes. Vision over sense is a music motivation. Like, Steve Harvey talks about life, but that's for artists, that's for musicians. Like, but she said you look like a radio host. I'm like, dang, like that's really how the algorithm can be. People just look at your page, and then they don't even know what you really do, because
Right.
they're so caught up in the image part, and well, he's not posting production, so he might not be a producer. Like, no,
Yo,
like, happen to have
see
more
with
gifts.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing, because of course, like I had people come into my comments before. Somebody was like, yo, you know, like I said, when you giving advice and everybody try to like, yo, they say something like this. Somebody was like, why would we listen to you instead of listening to somebody that already did this? That's their top comment. That's their favorite comment. You know what I'm saying? And then they say like, yo, you more of a motivational person than an artist, right? Mind you, this guy probably ain't listen to my music or even tap in. I drop more music than a lot of niggas, right?
Right.
So it's like, I was like, but I was like, with that being said, I'm like, yo, you can't get in the way of your own blessings. If God put me on earth, if y'all gonna find me from the motivational shit and y'all rock with that, what can I do? I'm gonna tell y'all, nah, I'm gonna just stop doing that, and I'm not going, if that's what I'm here for, that's what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the type of vibe you got to get into when it comes to all this. You know what I'm saying? And also, we here to change this. Like, if you say, okay, like she said, like, oh, you look more like a radio host, right? Who's to say you can't be all that and still be a great artist, a top artist? You know what I'm saying? We create what an artist is. We artists. We create that. I talk about the same thing when it comes to like people saying, oh, you gotta wear certain shit. You gotta wear jewelry and all this shit. Like when you pop off, you gotta have this car. You gotta do this. You gotta have this crib.
It's facts,
we are like, how you gonna say we need to dress a certain way to fit the, what they call it, like you gotta match the image or something like that.
Yeah,
some shit like that.
You gotta fit the description. You gotta fit the description, whatever.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we are the description. We the artists.
Right.
Fuck, like, how you gonna tell me I gotta do this to be this? I'm that. What are you talking about? And bro, go ahead.
It's funny, bro, because every big artist that we know, they're not doing music forever. Master P started out making millions from music. When's the last time he put out an album? But are we gonna look at Master P and not remember him from all the hits he did for No Limit? We gonna always look at Master P as like the guy that did No Limit. Quincy Jones is another example. We know Quincy Jones is a musician, and we talk about Thriller all the time, but he didn't just stop at Thriller. This man did Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like, there wouldn't be no Fresh Prince if it wasn't for Quincy Jones. Exactly. See, people don't talk about that. Like, what if he just said, you know what? I just want to be a producer. I just want to just make music for Michael Jackson. Then we wouldn't get Fresh Prince. We wouldn't get all the TV shows. We wouldn't get like none of the classic hits we wouldn't even have a Jennifer Hudson or Tamia. Like, we wouldn't have none of these people. Like, Dr. Dre's another example. No beats by Dre. If it wasn't for Dr. Dre wasn't just about making a Chronic. And we know him as the greatest producer of all time, and we haven't heard him drop an album in God knows how long. 50 Cent, 50 another person, bro. Like, this man this dude still holds one of the records for the most sold albums, and this man out here doing power. Like, I feel like you said, like, God put us on this earth to like use all our gifts, man. Like, if you got a gift to motivate, man, especially in a time like this, man. I'm telling you, man, COVID made people like kind of glean to people that have information outside of just, I rap, I make music. Like you said, like, people don't want to just buy into your music no more. Like, there's 1,000 rappers out here that know how to rap. What else you doing? And like you said, bro, and I've been inspired by your content because you always said, what else can you do? You got to give value. And that's why a lot of rappers don't last long, because they don't give value. They don't want to crack the code. They don't want to share the info. So,
and that's the thing. Yeah. Like, when you give value and you actually build a strong brand of, you got an audience of people who really know you outside of the music. The music, you could be as transparent in the music as you want to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's a great segue to this. How can you connect to your with your followers? You feel me? Like, the music, you could be very open and honest and everything like that. But who are you as a person? Who is you that make me say, yo, I want to wear the shit he wear? Who are you to say, yo, I really want to come to the show? Who are you to have these people come up to you and cry? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot that go into all that, man. You got to build a strong brand, man. It's a lot.
True. And tell the truth and be honest too. I mean, that's what I'm learning too. Just be yourself. I know it sounds cliche. Everybody say that, excuse me, just be yourself. But like, what you doing? Like, you like, it's a certain way that you talk. It's a certain way that you deliver your message, and people listen to you. They like, I like how he said it. He's not trying to say it like Grant Cardone or like, shout out to my boy Dorian from Group 82. We all follow him. Like he don't talk like Dorian. He don't talk like Tyler Perry. He talk like him. So like it's always good to like have your own signature, your own style. Cause I've learned it don't matter how weird you are, like you might have a weird voice or you might be quiet because people think you talk funny, but Kanye West talk funny. And look where Kanye's at. Like Kanye he was afraid to talk because he just wanted to play his music. But now every time he talk, some people might think he crazy and some people think he a genius. Like you can't please everybody, but just being yourself, like I'm telling you, man, like that works wonders. Like Summer Walker. Like Summer Walker has her unique style. Like we all might not like how she performed. But when that record come on, we know that's Summer Walker. Like
hell yeah. You see all the you see how her fans be going crazy when she dropped the album. Like remember how they was doing that, like, oh, all the dudes listening to Drake and all the women listening to her, like, yo, like that's you feel me? Like that's strong right there.
Bro, can nobody like Snoop said, can nobody be you but you? Like
yeah.
Like I said, like it's hard though in today's time, but you know, it's real hard to be yourself because of social media. But I'm starting to see like people that are just organic and you got a story to tell, you got another way to give value. People gonna gravitate you. And like we go back to what we were saying earlier about 10 people might say, yo, I really like how you like shout out to Ari. She said she loved the conversation. Like I'm happy that she said it. I don't really care, you know, because some people might say, well, I don't like it. You got one person that care. So that means you're doing something correct. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I said that too. I said that on live too, like, because we're going into like Dorian has said that. He said we all recycling information. Like it's just everybody, like when we learn, everything we learn is literally from what people did in the past, the mistakes they made, you know, whatever they did correctly, you know what I'm saying, whatever correct is, you know, whatever. And then also going into that with being yourself. Like I'm 24 years old, you know what I'm saying, I come from Chester, PA, you know what I'm saying, the bottom of the motherfucking bottom. So like the way I'm gonna experience the world, the way I look at anything. So like we might see the same stuff. We might be sitting here right now together and we see the same thing happen in real time. And you might interpret it an entirely different way than I interpret it. You know, whatever that may be, based on where we come from, based on how old we are, all that. So like same thing with the social media. And when you recycle information, I think one of the biggest things with giving information is analogy. You know what I'm saying? Now, however you like your analogies come from your experience. You can't, you know, you might be inspired by somebody else's analogy and use that same analogy, but for the most part, it comes from your own experience because we make analogies so we could connect with a certain piece of information easier. So when you're using these analogies, that's what really separate people when it comes to the social media because they like, yo, you broke that down in a way I ain't never even thought about. Now I really understand what that means.
It's true. Like the breakdown
in this motherfucker, man. What's good, bro?
What up, bro? Yeah, like when we be doing those, you be doing those video breakdowns. Like that's why I started following you because you were doing you was doing your own analysis on a lot of these like video clips, and then you was giving your own like breakdown on it. Like people like that stuff, man. That's information.
Yeah,
you know, people love information, man. Like people act like they don't like it, but they love information, man.
Right,
for real. So.
And I said that, man, like another thing I talk about, like sharing knowledge, like when you sharing knowledge, other people, you know, you're going to learn more about that topic than you did before. Like before I started YouTube, like I had like I had some knowledge, of course, on like the music business, but I learned way more as I went because of course I wanted to make better content. So through that, I'm going to go and seek more information so I can make better content. You know what I'm saying? Right. Then like you see you see questions and everything like that. That's going to, if you don't understand, if you don't have an answer to a question, now you're going to go do your research. You're going to find out more. Somebody can ask a great question that you ain't never even thought about. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing with the power of content, man. Like you learn more, sharing knowledge and everything. A lot of people like to hoard knowledge. Like as a music artist, a lot of us don't like to share. Like I went on here and I made a song. People don't like to show that, you know, their inner workings of how they process is in the studio, anything like that. Nobody likes to show that because they be like, oh, I'm gonna give off the sauce, man. Look, bro, we all gifted, man. If you can make music, man, you gifted. If you ain't gifted, you ain't gifted.
like I said, like I said, can't nobody be you but you. So even if you do share the knowledge, people still got to do it. Like they're not gonna do it like you.
Exactly. Like, yo, and that's what I said. That's what I said, yo. And I had to say this too. Like, you one of the only people too around, like, around me that's really like, nigga, you be going crazy with the content. if I get on Instagram, nigga, I'm gonna see a new video from D-Rim. You know what I'm saying? It's just gotta happen. Like that shit is crazy. And and I was talking about that too. A lot of people like this shit harder than people think it is to actually stay consistent for a long time.
Yeah.
Man, because you're gonna wake up them days and be like, you know what, I ain't feeling it. Like when I first started making content, I had them days where I'm like, I ain't feeling like it, and I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And then over time, I'm like, all right, nah, I gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? So like right now, it's like I gotta do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if it's one piece of content, you gotta make that shit happen.
Bro, it's like you said, it's like being an entrepreneur. You being an owner. There's gonna be some days where you get, well, from money aside, like they say, 1 week you might make 50,000. The next week you might make 500. But you gotta keep going. Same thing with views. Some of our videos we might get 10,000 hits. Then the next video we get 10 hits. Like, yo, what happened to the algorithm? But it's like you gotta keep feeding people though. Like you can't stop. We do be seeing that though. I'll be sitting there like, wait, what happened? Like I put the same hashtags. Like I didn't change
that algorithm talk. That algorithm talk hilarious, man.
Well, Instagram. But that catalog though, that's what worked. Like,
yeah, exactly. What can they go back and actually? You know, I was on live one time and somebody was like, "Nah, you know, when you're an artist, you gotta have one. Like when you make one song, when you drop a new song, you gotta like archive all your other posts and just have like 10 posts of that song right there. That's it." And I'm like, "Nigga, what if they don't like that song? Not everybody gonna like that one song. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?"
Flood the page.
Hate the algorithm. Yeah, flood the, bro. Post, my nigga. Like you want, like you said, you gotta have that catalog, and then you want people to be able to like, if they don't like that one song, we love every song we drop. That's the reason we dropped it. Bro. But if they don't like that one song, you need something else. This might be their first and only time they're gonna come to your page.
Yeah.
Like they might say, I don't really like that one, but I see it's something there. Let me go see if he got something else.
Man,
and real. Even with the content, you know, one piece of content might not hit you the way I wanted it to hit, but this next piece gonna hit you. You know what I'm saying? That's how this shit work. Man,
that's true.
The algorithm, man, that's hilarious.
Yeah, man. I mean, like you said, man, it's okay to share information. Just like, man, I actually, and I downloaded your book, How to Build a Home Studio, even though I work from home.
Yo, I'm saying that real quick. Let me go ahead and put that up here real quick. Y'all go ahead and download that ebook, man. It's free.
Download the ebook. No, because like, people need to know that because people still think that you go like right now. I'm actually working on a new song now, and I was about to go to an actual studio because I'm in Jersey now. I'm at the skating rink where I used to DJ at. So I was supposed to go to New York tonight to work on a record. Some told me, why the hell would I do that? When I got an engineer out down the street, he does everything virtually. So he calls me like we do StreamYard while he mixes my record. So the sound comes through where he's at and it translates to my headphones. So I'm sitting here like, what's like in a minute, what's the point of going to a real studio? You can just do it yourself.
Exactly, man.
Like now, because of that, I go to the engineer just for mastering. But that's if I don't feel like mastering.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like all these plugins we got, man, it's like Logic and Pro Tools, bro. Like that's like DistroKid and our TuneCore. It's just our TuneCore and DistroKid when it comes to software and DAWs. It's the same thing. Like you ain't got to pay for studio time. Like just learn how to work the DAWs, bro, and like because it's really all about like the ear. Like I learned everybody mix music differently. Guys don't mix music the same way. Like it don't come out the exact same way. There's different mixes in every song that's out. Like, so that ebook, man, like I think it will teach people like, dang, like we ain't got to spend $1,000 on studio time. Like we just got to train our ears. Yeah. And just get the right equipment, set up everything, and know how much money you'll be saving. Like for real.
Like, bro, in the ebook, I gave some equipment. If you don't need a computer, bro, the equipment I listed came up to like $200-$300 max. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't never got to pay for shit again. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you ain't never got to pay $1. People out here spending, like, yo, I remember when I first started making music, I was like, hold on, all right, $50 an hour, cool, whatever, blah, blah, blah. All right, 3 hours, $150. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's $100 an hour, 3 hours, $300. I already done blew the budget in 3 hours.
Yeah.
And now I can, you know what I'm saying? Like, I already, and then I was like, yo, I was working a little 9 to 5, nigga. I'm gonna blow my whole check in 1 or 2 sessions.
Yep.
when I could literally just take that same money and I could buy this home studio, learn how to use it. Yes, it's a learning curve. It takes time. Like you said,
Yep.
like, but it's no, like, when you hear people say, like, yo, if it sound good, it's good, because literally, like you said, like, you're going to interpret sound differently. It might sound trash to the masses, man, but you got to grow. You know what I'm saying? You got to grow. Like, my shit was fucking trash when I started. Of course, at the time, I thought it was right. I might have knew I still needed some tweaking, but like, I knew, I felt like it was there.
And bro, we've heard terrible records. There's terrible number ones out here that are horribly mixed. Like, real, and I'm not saying to throw shade. I'm just saying, like, because everybody think like every record that comes out is perfectly mastered, and it's not. Like, people are putting millions of dollars behind these records, and they're not even listening to it. They're looking at the followers, they're looking at the artists, and they say, okay, are you putting the song out? Okay, cool, just give it to us. And we'll send it to every radio station in America. Like, you're not even listening and say, like, can you get this mixed again? Like, I'm just saying this now, bro. Like, it's some records, like I heard today. I'm sitting, my girl was like, yo, what's up with the mix? I was like, it's not the DJ. It's not the DJ at all. Like, yeah, I was like, it's not the DJ. Like, this how the record really sounds. Like, when it comes out, the 808 is louder than the melody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so people keep saying, like, I need to take this to an engineer. I gotta go to the studio, and then you paying $1,000. Like, like I said, like, learn how to, like you said, you gotta learn it. You gotta take your time. You gotta learn, like, the difference between recording and mixing, and mastering. You know, once me, I know I'm working on my mastering, but I had engineers say, like, what's the point of you coming in here to mix? Because, I'm very humble, so I'll be sitting there like, nah, man, it don't sound good. Like, no, it sounds great. And I'm like, dude, I recorded this at home with a microphone and a computer and a beat machine. Like, it's like, nah, man, so that's all you needed. You good. And the record was mastered in like an hour, bro.
Man.
Yes,
that's the thing, man.
Yes, Ari, the loud 808.
Hell yeah, bro. That shit gonna carry the whole song.
Loud, bro. I'll be here, I'll be like, boom, boom. I'll be trying to hear like the keys or some shit. I can't hear none of that. And then they say this record fire. Like, nah, y'all put money behind that.
And that's the thing too, because I remember, like, one of the biggest things they talk about is that Extentacion shit. The Look At Me joint. That's one of the biggest things they talk about when they talk about terrible mixing that went viral. And like with that, I remember when that came out, because I wasn't making music. I started making music in 2018. That was like 2016 when that came out. And before I knew anything about mixing anything, like, of course I said this shit, like, it didn't sound good, but I didn't really say that. But if somebody asked me, like, yo, does this sound good? I would know that, oh, it doesn't sound like, all the other, mainstream shit. But I was never saying, yo, the mix sound terrible. Like, the regular listener does not know anything about mixing. If they can hear the song, that's it. That's all they care about.
They do not care about plugins. They don't care about mixing. They don't care about, they don't even ask that question. Who mixed this? They don't even ask who produced it now. It's like,
no, they
don't ask those questions. Like, they don't read credits, man. Like, I didn't read credits, and I love reading credits now because I DJ, but I didn't read credits till I got older. Like, I just liked the song. It sounded nice. And now you get older, it's like you appreciate the guy that mixed it and the guy that, recorded it over time.
Especially like actually making music yourself. That's how that shit go.
Yeah, but starting out, bro, like you said, the average listener, man, we ain't sitting back being like, who mixed this?
Who mixed this shit? This shit sounds terrible. Like,
I know, bro. Like,
nah, hold on. Why the ad libs sound like that? What the fuck going on, nigga? I ain't hearing that shit, bro. Like,
bro, ain't no woman in no club ever asked that question. I guarantee.
Hell nah, nigga.
But yeah, but I love that, bro. But I love that ebook, bro. Like, I'm sitting like, dang, like, this is gonna change the game, because now it's gonna. I ain't trying to say your ebook is gonna put studios out of business, but if they don't find a way to, like, say, like, you don't need, I'm telling you, because I was in a session just weeks ago, and one engineer, he was trying to clown me because I make my music that does not include Pro Tools. Because every major studio, they think that you got to have Pro Tools. If you don't have Pro Tools, you're not a real industry standard. Like, you're not a real producer. I'm like, but then when I played on my track, he was like, yo, this thing is hot. I'm like, what do you use? I didn't use Pro Tools. Like, I use native, like, I use Native Instruments, but People be like, don't record in this, don't record in that. Like, nah, recording what sounds good to you.
Exactly. And what works. Like, cause people like the same thing with the DAW. Like everybody say, what's the best DAW? What's the best DAW? I can only tell you what I use, which is Logic. But it's like, you know,
likewise,
it's no best DAW. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like Logic, low key, looking at it, Logic is like, I would say the most like beginner friendly DAW out there.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like, yo, if you look at Pro Tools, that shit look crazy.
Bro.
You feel me? And it's like it don't change the sound either. The quality don't sound different. None of that. Like, it's, bro, use what you use. So like whatever you get put on. Like for me, Logic, that's one of the joints. Like my mans are like, yo, get Logic. That's how you mix. And I didn't even know what mixing was. I didn't know none of that. But I was like, all right, cool. I got it. So like whichever one you get put on to first, bro, use it, learn it, and then you good. It really don't matter. But
definitely.
You know, so, but yeah, Logic is probably one. Like I would say Logic. I would say Pro Tools, yeah, it's industry standard, and then you got Logic. I would think is like right behind that in terms of like what people use.
Yeah, bro. I only do Pro Tools. Like if I'm doing like a vocal session and the artist wants to be in the studio, then you know it's really what the artist wants. But me personally, man, I record my vocals. Like I like right now working on a song and everything is through Logic and Native, and then I'm sending the file. I'm giving the files to my engineer. He gonna put it in Pro Tools, but that's not something that I have to do if I don't want to do that. Like
exactly,
you know. So, like I said, man, we all have options, man. It's all about doing what feels right.
Exactly. But nah, going back to that you know the home studio shit, putting studios out of the business. Like I was thinking that because I was like, I know people that like you know they own studios and everything, you know, and that's how they making money. And it's like, damn, they probably looking at me like, nigga, what the fuck you trying to kill us? Like, but it's the truth. Like, I'm talking to the people that was in the position I was in, which most independent artists that starting out are. You don't have money like that, and if you wanna get good at this shit, you gotta be able to be in the studio as much as possible. That's how it go. So if you able to get your own studio, nigga, that's the vibe. So, you know, that's the way I looked at it. Pro Tools is like the designer brand, exactly. Nigga, that's the Gucci, the Louis, and all that.
Like, man, like this thing costs too much, dog. To be going into. I'm telling you, I've heard terrible records mixed in Pro Tools though. Like, I'm not even fronting. Like, I'm serious. Like, cause and I learned this from Timbaland. Some people they like. You can have the best musicians, but if you don't know Sonics, it's not gonna work. Like, I know people that have created everything in FL Studio. Like Knife Wonder. Knife Wonder makes his beats in FL Studio. You would have never known he was in FL.
Yeah, they be trying to clown FL.
Yeah, but with Knife Wonder and Hit Boy, I know Knife Wonder, Hit Boy. These dudes make their records off of FL. Like if you heard that Nas record, that Nas record slap, bro. You'd have never known it came from FL Studio. Like, like these guys is actually it's the Sonics, bro. Like, but I do feel like it's just meaningless though now. I mean, I just feel like because really, like, if you got an idea for a record or you got an idea to write a song and you want to record it, it's like it's too much time consuming. As you know, everything is about you know, consuming. It's like consuming the customer. Like, I need to make the customer do things that's gonna make it easier on them. Not okay. Well, you gotta come to the studio. We gotta plan studio time. Then we gotta when we get there, we gotta hurry and record. Gotta hurry and make the. You know, it's like it's not like okay, I'm gonna sit in my house and I'm gonna get it done till it's right.
Yeah, you know like, studio. Yeah, you got time restraints. I remember that, man. I only been to like a studio outside of my house like twice, and that was to like record a feature with somebody. Other than that, but every song I did though, like you ain't never hear my vocals recorded from outside of somewhere outside of my crib. So every song was recorded at my crib. I mixed that motherfucker. The only song that I didn't mix was my man's right here, Dad from Nine. So like he got a song called Moscato, and I sent the vocals over to him, and then his man's mixed that joint. But other than that, man, like, yeah, that because you can, like, it's digital now, like you can send all that. You feel me, like. So with you being able to record and actually get it right, like you see, I do the punch ins, my nigga. Like if you paying, bro, you're not finna do that like that unless you got bands. You know what I'm saying,
bro? For real, you got to tell you got to tell the engineer, hey, can you go back to bar 34? Like, do I got time
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. I'm trying to knock this joint out. I gotta be ready. This joint gotta be wrote. I gotta practice this joint. So when I go in, I just knock it out like that. That's what you need when you actually paying, bro. You got the flexibility to do whatever you want when you do it like this.
That's true.
it was crazy because like I said, going back to the studio thing, I remember I was like, damn, so what would be something that you could do to give back to people that even can't even build their home studio? And one of the things would be like, oh, what if you had like a session where you pay for the session or something, and then you let artists come and they record type shit, something like that. And then it was like, or and that become a regular thing. And then it was like, but as a businessman, of course you're gonna want some type of ancillary income some way. But you got to understand the audience you're attracting when you do that.
That's right.
They not paying for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So how you even gonna do that? So you just gonna spend a lot of money. Shit, that shit wouldn't work. But it would be a cool idea in terms of giving back. But I think the best way of giving back then in that sense would just be to, giveaways for studio equipment. Maybe the most expensive piece, which is the computer, shit like that.
You're definitely right though, bro, because a lot of people, they don't want to pay for anything.
No. You ain't got money, bro. That's for sure. You damn sure ain't trying to pay.
That's what I'm saying. Like that ebook is important because it's like some people just it's like and then people say like, well, you got to drop music. Well, only way we know if you're a real artist if you go to the studio. Like that's not true. Like, what the fuck? Yo, I can't afford to go to the studio. I can't
afford. Yeah, yo, and I had to hear shit like that when I first started. People like, oh nah, you gotta get in the studio. Like, nigga, I was like, bro, I ain't got the cheese. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to make this shit happen. Let me go ahead and make this shit happen. And me, like we said, like as an independent artist and everything, being an independent-minded person, you want to do everything yourself. You don't want to rely on nobody. Because that was another big thing. Like, oh, I got to hit somebody up. Like, yo, you free right now? Like, can I do this? Like, we could go, can I come through? All this shit, and I got to pay? Ah, man, fuck that. You know how much you spent all together on your studio? Well, me now, of course, when you've been doing it for longer and everything, you got some extra money and you just going to upgrade. It's thousands now. I don't know exactly, but when I first started, like I said, I had a $30 microphone. I don't know I ain't even asked you how the quality sound. This the same shit right here. And I showed this on live before. It's this little blue snowball, $30.
That thing is beautiful. I got the white one. I got the white one in my studio.
Yeah, yo, hey, this shit gets you right, my nigga. This was this shit I was recording my music on when I first started. $30.
Wait, your first joints?
Nah, not they not out right now though.
Oh, I say, like, bro, like that sounds good. Are you serious?
Yeah, hell nah. Oh, so like my first song that's on like streaming platforms and everything is called Lucifer, and that's when I finally upgraded my microphone. I got the Audio Technica, and I saw you had it in a couple of your home studio. You got Audio Technica.
Yep. Sure
what interface you using?
I use the Focusrite. Yeah, I use the Focusrite. Yeah, Scarlett. Yeah, 2i2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool, bro. Like, and that's why I mentioned the Personas. They both like the same price point, $100 and everything like that. And for me, I used the Personas just because it was it was cheaper and I knew people that had it. So I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go grab that. But when I first recorded Lucifer, so I bought the Audio Technica mic and I had like a $30 Behringer mic interface, $40, something like that. And that I remember I was talking to some random guy. Because back when I was in the networking game, I'm like, shit, I'm trying to meet people. Like, so I forget how I even met this guy, but I got on the phone with him and everything. And I was just like, yo, we was talking and he was like, man, that made me really respect your skills as an engineer because that Behringer never sound good. And at that time, I ain't know shit. And that shit sound trash now looking back. Oh, yeah, here, go right here.
Y'all. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
$30 job, man.
Made it work, bro. You made it work, though.
Had to, bro. Had to.
I mean, yeah, that's all I got. Well, yeah, I got a microphone. That was the Techno was $175.
Mm-hmm.
My MacBook, if you want to include my MacBook, that's $1,500. But Cassie's not using MacBooks either. Cassie's using they're using HPs now.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But the MacBook, my MacBook, my native instruments, that's $500. Mm-hmm. That's $599. I haven't upgraded to the bigger joint or to the latest one. I've been using the same. I think I used the MK2 from 2012. I haven't upgraded since.
Damn. That's what I'm saying, because you don't have to.
Yeah, bro. Like everybody, and that's another thing about the upgrade thing. Like you only upgrade if you want to upgrade. Because there's sometimes I'll be upgrading stuff and I'll be like, why did I? And a lot of producers be saying this too. They be like, why the hell do we upgrade? We should have just kept it how it was.
Hey, and that's
changing stuff.
For sure,
changing plugins and stuff, but that's all I use. It is crazy. It's like you don't need like all the fire amps and like unless if you're doing like a lot of analog stuff, then that makes sense. But like you said, everything is digital now. Like I've seen guys play drums better digitally than picking up the drumsticks. Like
You
finger
mean what you
pads.
mean like through the finger drum and shit? That shit's crazy.
I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, and I hear the record. I'll be like, it was like, nah, man, that was finger drums. I'm like, what? Like these people are weird. Like these people are different now. It's like everything doesn't have to be analog hardly. Like my boy taught me how to play bass guitar without picking up a real bass. Just play it, just sample it.
That's crazy.
That's how Dilla. That's how Dilla started. That's how Dilla is a genius. Cause Dilla was playing bass on a machine. Like that's crazy. Like we so used to we gotta pick up a guitar. We gotta actually play piano. Like now it's like you can spend less money on studio without having to buy a bunch of equipment. Now you ain't got to buy a drum set. You don't got to buy a bass. You ain't got to buy, 50 fire amps. Now you saving yourself literally $20,000 without having to like do too much. But set up your microphone, use an interface, use your DAW. If you got a machine that you want a keyboard, that's MIDI. Everything going MIDI now. You know what I'm saying? Like where you can plug up and then you don't need a top of the line keyboard because all the patches are inside the keyboard. You can put your own samples in it. Exactly. It's like everything is getting easier and easier, man. Every single year, it's crazy.
And that was another thing with the ebook too. It was like showing minimalism. Like I really wanted to express minimalism because I hear a lot of people they say, "Oh, I heard a guy say, yo, he's saving up, but he don't want to buy anything until you get all the money together." Which, all right, that's cool. But what he was talking about, oh, he want to get the acoustic treatments. He want to, like, I'm like, bro, what the fuck is you doing, yo? Like, why you want to save up? Like, yo, I want you to know, like, yo, literally, like you said, get your interface, get your if you're an artist, get your interface, get your microphone, get, if you already got a computer, you good. Get your little DAW and all that. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when I started, I got the free Logic. You know what I'm saying? I was getting free everything. Yeah, what are you talking about? Like, so like it's like, all right, cool. Like, go ahead. All right, now you got the interface, you got the microphone. When I had this shit right here, I ain't even need the interface. It's USB. You don't just hook up to your computer. It's like, get what you need, man. What can you do to get started? Because when you first starting off, anyway, you're not really that hot. Like, unless you've been going to the studio already and now you making a transition and you already like nice at this shit. Like for me, when I was starting off and I got the home studio, I literally just started making music. I just started rapping. Like I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't that good. So it didn't matter what I recorded the shit on. Like I had to grow, but I wouldn't have been able to grow. Cause I tell people too, as an artist, you got to get comfortable on the microphone. Your delivery is not going to be there. One of the comments I had that really helped me too when I started, and it could have hurt me though, but I noticed that like I said, you got to understand if people coming from a hating place or like, they really constructive criticism, and you can really identify that easily. But he was like, yo, man, the song sound pretty good, but your flow just sound forced. And what he meant by that was basically my delivery. I sound like I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to be whatever I was. You trying to mimic what you inspired by, basically. It's a bunch of shit that go into that. And as you get your reps on the microphone, your delivery get better. You start to find yourself. You know what sounds good with your voice, and all that shit. You got to get started. You have to.
That's true.
It's important.
That's true. And like I said, then too, like with that ebook, I keep going back to that ebook because I'm telling you, that's valid information. Because like even when he was talking about the delivery, sometimes that could be about how you mix the record too. Oh, I feel okay. It feels forced. Okay, let me find a way to mix it where it sounds smoother. That fade effect. You know what I'm saying? Like so many things and layers, man. But I mean, listen. Like stuff like that, like you said, like because you don't start out hot, like you said. You don't come out the gate. Like, and every artist has said that. Like some cats don't even like their first album. They like album number 4. I'm the same way. Like the first record I put out back in 2014, I don't really like it, but some people do. This goes back to our first conversation. Some people like it, and they like, why you take that down? Like, cause I thought it was trash.
It ain't represent me well.
That's a classic.
So you feel like that joint ain't represent you well.
Right. But I mean, like you say, you don't start out hot, but that progress. Now you look back, you like, dang, this how I sounded versus how I sound now.
Yeah.
Like it shows that you're a real artist too, because you're constantly improving.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's about, man. Like, and one thing I said about that too, obviously subject matter is different. Like, I remember I said this on the live. Like, when I first started making music, you know, like I said, you inspired by things and you talking about shit that you really ain't really like, you ain't really rocking with, especially when you start, like when you're an independent artist, you talk about ownership and everything. Now, when you start becoming, you talking about ownership and everything, you really don't care about like all the materialistic stuff. So when you go and you listen to your old stuff, you really talking about materialistic stuff. I said, nigga, it's kind of embarrassing. Nigga. like what the fuck is you doing? What he said. Thank God for Rock telling me that I can just record my bro. Yeah, yo, you can't. Hey, yo. Hey, yo, she said you can't just record the raw vocals and put that shit out.
That's funny.
Hey, yo. Nah, that's crazy, though.
That's
Yo, she said
hilarious.
she recorded the raw vocals and put no EQ or nothing. That's crazy.
I mean, RZA did it. RZA did it with Wu-Tang. Some of his stuff ain't mixed, bro. Have you heard Triumph? Have you heard the Wu-Tang albums?
Nah, bro. And that's another thing I want to say too before you go deeper, bro. I want to say, like, man, growing up, bro, I was a hooper, man. So like a lot of this shit, like, yeah, I understand. And I studied the music business, like, and I studied the interviews. That's where it's like, yo, I need this information. But it's like, man, when it comes to music, I don't be knowing a lot of. Like, I can't say, oh, I can quote this song. Oh yeah, I know that song. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's one of my downfalls, nigga. I feel like. But go ahead, bro. So like
Oh yeah, that's funny you said hooping, because yeah, we all hoopers, bro. We all, you know, dang, that's funny. Yeah, we both. I learned some hooping too, like the Kobe Bryant theory, all that kind of stuff. Like that does translate into like how you handle the music side of it, the details, and that's why I love mixing now. I used to hate it because it was so many rules. People thought it comes with so much. Like everything has to have an EQ, everything has to have a compressor. Everything got to have effects on it. Like, no, just leave some stuff alone. Like, it's all about balance. And, like, all that came from basketball, because that's really how basketball is played. It's balance. And the only way you're going to get the ball to basket is if you really understand structure. Like, Steph Curry shooting from 50 feet because this man focused on the details. Exactly. All the reps. Like, so it's the same thing with mixing and mastering and recording. Like you said, delivery. Because you can't really teach people how to rap. You can't teach people how to mix records. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can just give them the information. Like I said, they can't be you. You can only be you. But if it's in you, then you're going to stand out. Somebody going to point you out in the mugshot. Like, like, this something about this dude right here. Like, we need to talk to him. Like, it works, man. I'm telling you.
Right, yo. And that's the thing I always talk about, like all the information we talk about, especially on this live and on every live, every piece of content. It's like, yo, all this information is universal. It's the same mentality. When we talk about marketing, like marketing, literally, it's the same rules for everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember I spoke on that too with the music marketing, man. People think you can like market your music by dropping more music. And, you know, Russ is a guy who was independent, and he spoke on how he was dropping a song a week on SoundCloud. SoundCloud back then was a totally different ball game. I think SoundCloud back then is similar to what we got with TikTok. Obviously, it's getting more and more, you know, like 2020, it was wide the fuck open. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, you know, it's closing, but it's still there. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, that's why I say, like, so TikTok and all that, you can drop your content and everything like that, and you can take advantage. But, you know, when it comes to just music, man, like, I feel like, and it's just you're going to get more bargain, like more bang for your buck, man. Like, and more, you know, more out of each effort when you dropping your content, like we be talking about, like, what can you do? Like when we talk about like art, like we attract the artist fan base, of course, because we giving the game on the music business, but our fans actually into it too. Like a lot of people that come into the live, a lot of these people don't make music. You know what I'm saying? Like Ari make music and Dad from Nine make music. You know what I'm saying? They the only two people that came through the live that make music. You know what I'm saying? That just shows you that people actually understand that the principles, they translate to everything.
That's true. That's man. I'm telling you that I'm learning something, because and then that's the thing about marketing too, because it's different now. Because I'm guilty. I tried it. Like I think I dropped 10 EPs in 2020,
Damn,
Like,
that nigga was got it.
I dropped 10 instrumentals, and I did it because I don't like selling. I don't like the selling beats online thing because I feel like everybody shouldn't have access, to having your beats if you're not a good rapper. And I don't want to wake up and it's a bad rapper on my stuff. But I say, you know what? If this is how people buy music, I got to do it in a way where I market different. So how about I put the beats that I want to sell? How about I put them up for streaming? So let's say if you listen to it on YouTube, that's streaming money. So I had to look at it from a business perspective, like you said, marketing.
Yeah.
Me marketing myself. So that's why I'm grateful I got those tapes out, but I'm glad I took a break because putting out music is not going. That's not really the wave now. It's like you got to focus on content. You know. So
that's what I was saying. You gotta look at yourself as a business, like you said. Like as an artist, it's a business, man. Like all this shit is strive from that. And once you understand that, you start making different and better decisions. Like with like we said with the music. So you can't have a business and sell products and think you could just release more products and that's marketing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The product has to provide value, man. What am I listening? What am I here for? Why am I listening to this nigga music? I don't know this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not gonna happen. Like you're gonna get a couple people that come through and they listen to the music and they become a fan like that. But man, you generate way more fans showing people your personality. Like you build it, like we said, like when I talked about, you build 100,000 subscribers over here. You go on live and these people really fuck with you as a person. You say, y'all, let's fuck the game up right now. Y'all, everybody go stream this new song tonight. Run this joint up. They're gonna stream that shit. And they're gonna run it up. Cause they fuck with you. They're gonna buy your merch. They're gonna, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna come to your shows. It's a whole different ball game, man. You could do anything you want to do.
That's true. I mean, listen, like I said, like we control our own narrative now. Like you ain't gotta ask for permission no more. Like it's crazy. Like I'm actually seeing it, bro, because I got accepted to be a vote member for the Grammys this year.
I heard.
And I'm starting to really see, bro, how the industry really works. And it's scary because it's like, I'm telling you, it's scary because it's like, because people think your success is based on Billboard and charting, but that's all that is marketing. Like it's like driving down the street and you think Billboard, you think what you see when you drive down the street. Like it's not. This is the best music. This is the best advertised product. And the people that spent the most money on that product, that's basically what dominates all the charts. But when the Grammys come up, they're not going by charts. They're going by how good the music is. That's why certain people, when album of the year come up and you hear like an unknown artist, an artist you never heard of, just win a Grammy. That's because they're paying attention to the actual record. And like it's a beautiful thing because it's independent artists that are getting nominated. And it's like major artists get upset about that, but it's like, no, like now you starting to see if you independent, you control your own narrative. You control your own narrative.
Bro, and that's literally what we see with and those artists that's getting pissed off, the signed artists, like you said, they getting pissed off because they used to the label getting them on everything. Like you said, Billboard is marketing. And that's why the labels took it over. The Spotify playlist. You look at the all this shit, the radio, all that, because it's marketing and the labels took it over because it's marketing. And that's why I always talk about the labels play the perception game, you know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna put you everywhere to make you look like you the biggest out. So you can't, and then that's going back to the point of like where I said the women artists, they out here killing the game with the content and actually building a brand because they're not scared to post their content. You know what I'm saying? That's why the men not taking advantage because they only see the music. They don't know you, bro. Like anything you talk about, I'm cool. That's why you see these artists not selling out their shows. You know what I'm saying? They're not selling out the shows because people don't want to pull up. And then they out here capping saying they selling them out. They not selling them out.
That's crazy. That's crazy you say that. I just made me think of like, dang, like that's true. Cause they're like literally, and I'm telling you, everything's being exposed now. Cause people that say they selling out, they not selling out. Like, like the fact that you need 10 people on the card. That's why it's like you saying, like own your own shit. Be okay with being independent, cause it's a beautiful journey. Like it might not, like, all the money might not come right now, but eventually it's gonna come. Because once you that back catalog, the content come up, like cats is going viral off of videos and off of music that came out like 7-8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like hours and hours. I forgot the singer's name, but I know she did a TikTok video. She said she been working
Money
for
Long, I
years.
think.
Money Long. She said she been
Yeah.
doing music for years.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sitting there like, dang, like she even grinded it out. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing music for years, and all of a sudden it just happened. And I think that song was recorded. It wasn't even recorded recently.
That's the TikTok shit too. You see
Like,
that? That TikTok
like,
shit helped that motherfucker go crazy. That's what we talked about. Like TikTok is that shit, man. It's wide open.
it's a beautiful thing, man. I mean, you got me on TikTok, bro, because I love TikTok now. Like, and I used
Hell
to not
yeah.
love it. And I heard a video you said too, like we used to not love it because we thought it was just about a viral moment, like Vine
Mm-hmm.
used to be. You know how Vine was? Like you had 10 seconds to do the craziest shit you can do, and then hopefully
Yeah.
somebody points you out. But
Yeah.
there's other layers, bro. Like I've networked with so many artists on TikTok, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like people like your video and then they follow you. You can send them a DM, be like, "Thank you." They be like, "Yeah, man, like follow me back." Or you might see somebody make a video. Oh, if you're a producer, you're an artist. Let's all follow each other back, and we all follow each
Mm-hmm.
other back, and we all support
Yeah.
each other. Like TikTok is turned into a community, man, where it's like people kind of support each other on there versus Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we
Yeah.
overthinking because we don't want to be judged and shit. Like it's like, but
That's because
TikTok, man, like that networking game on TikTok is crazy. Like
Instagram became this upper echelon platform.
for
Like they
real.
look at it as you got to be bougie, you got to follow 0 people. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. That shit is stupid, man.
It's
Like
crazy.
that's what that shit turned into. And then you see TikTok, people will follow thousands and thousands of people and don't even care.
That's
Like
true.
it's insane. So like, and then TikTok, like I say, like my top two platforms right now is YouTube and TikTok. They both give you the biggest opportunity for growth. Every other
Yep.
platform, it's like it's set up in a way where it's a lot of other shit that go into it that you
Yep.
can't really figure out. Like I saw Instagram was even talking about changing it to where the homepage just show like you can choose your favorites and it can stay the way it is or something like that. And then they said they would have another option where it's chronological. And it's like, why would you do that? Why you don't just change it to chronological? Like I would say 2019, 2018, all that Instagram was in chronological order. So if you posted a lot, you was gonna get salt. Like your followers at least was gonna find your shit. So then they gonna engage, and when they engage, it push you to the explore page. It push you to other people page that people that don't even follow you, and then you could gain new followers. They changed
Right,
the whole game. They destroyed it. You know what I'm
bro. I'm
saying?
like I was posting on IGTV. They didn't mess that up too. And once TikTok put that search engine up there, that changed everything. Like that search engine, because I was telling my pops this because he's a preacher, he's a pastor. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, dude, whatever you do, you go to the social media platform that has a search engine. I was
Mm.
like Google, because I was like Google and YouTube, because I think Google owns YouTube if I'm correct, right? Google and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
they got a search engine. That's why people go to YouTube to look for stuff. Now
yeah.
TikTok engine now where you can look
Mm-hmm.
up a video, you can just put like the name of it, or you can put what the name of you think what words you heard in the
Mm-hmm.
video, type it in a search engine, and the video pops right up. Like
Exactly.
that's scary, bro. Like that's why I was talking about Netflix. I'm like, in a minute, Netflix is gonna have to upgrade because they're starting to turn to an Instagram now because they search they search engine isn't good. Like
Yeah.
as you see, Hulu is updating their stuff now. It's getting like the
Mm.
live. Then you got Peacock now. They adding movies now. It's like you gotta go, like you said, you gotta go to where it's like, okay, how can we make this easier for the customer? This
Right.
is artists, like how can you make it easier for everybody, where we can say, you know what, I want to support this dude. And what you
Mm-hmm.
doing book with just giving value, like they gonna
Yeah.
support that. Like you said, a lot of male artists, they don't want to do that. They just want to
Mm.
flash. They just want to have that arrogant side. But I'm seeing the women like Doja Cat, like she's been giving advice
Mm-hmm.
about how to make it out here. I'm like, dang, really, you? Cardi
Exactly.
B, like she's giving advice about this stuff. So you definitely right, dog, like for real.
They changing the game, bro. Like that's what I said. Like I mean, a lot of people, you know, if you don't want to get into this content game, man, they paying. Like we said, every platform is paying now. It's like if you don't want to get into the content game, bro, like you're gonna get left behind, man, and then you're gonna look back like, damn, I had the opportunity right there.
Yeah, that's true.
You know
That's true, man. But you know,
it's crazy.
I mean, but like I said, man, like I'm really happy for like what you're doing though. Like really happy for what you're doing because everybody's not doing like what you're doing, what you bringing to the table.
Man, I appreciate that, bro. For real.
Like everybody doesn't want to give value now, which is crazy. It's like, dude, just crack the codes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, make your own rules.
Yeah, just crack the codes,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
But you're doing a good job, man. Because actually, I'm telling you, I read the ebook 5 times, and it's making me not want to go to studio again.
Yo, nigga, that's lit though, for real. Cause like, you know, when you put shit out there, you hope that it do that, what you talking about, shit like that. You feel me? Like, cause I actually put time into that, man. Like, I remember I've kind of procrastinated and pushed it off a little bit, but then and I ain't really want to announce it. Cause you know, when you got some shit going and you cooking up, you really don't know when a date coming, and you don't want to be that guy just sitting there saying, yeah, it's coming. But definitely put time into that shit, you know, and just share my experience and everything. And that's why I say it's a book for everybody too, because even if you're not an artist, you know, the mentality shift and everything on why you should want to own your own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that, all that shit, you know, all that shit tie in, you know, is universal. And I was like, yo, even if you ain't no artist, bro, get the ebook, man. I'm gonna put that banner back up, man. Y'all get the motherfucking ebook, man. What's wrong with y'all?
Download it.
Y'all heard my man. Yeah, y'all heard my man said he read it 5 times, man. Get the ebook, man. It's free,
bro. Like free. Literally, like saved me a lot of money from going to New York for a studio session.
That's what this shit is about, man. That's why I say, yo, as this shit grow, bro, niggas really gonna be like, hold on, I ain't fucking with this nigga, man. He fucking the money up,
bro. Like for real. I'm telling you, like controlling they're controlling where artists record at now. Mm-hmm. Like you can't record at every studio.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and you gonna always like that's what I say about ownership, man. You control the narrative for your own shit. You got control over everything you do. You got control over if it's trash, nigga, it's on you. If it's good, it's on you, etc. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
shit,
that's true.
Man, I see you rolling out, man.
But you know. Yeah, man. We leaving a rink right now. We leaving a rink right now. So yeah, I hear you. Hear me?
Yeah.
You hear me, bro?
Yeah.
We leaving a rink right now. Yeah, we just got done. So.
Oh, all right, man. But shit, man. This might be a cool time to wrap it up, though, huh? What you think?
You sure? I mean, actually, I was gonna ask you something too. I was gonna ask you something because I'm up with something too.
Mm-hmm.
Because you went from 1,000 subscribers to 8,000 subscribers now.
Yeah.
So you can give me your strategy.
Hey, bro.
From 1,000 to 8,000.
Hey, man, and it's crazy. I got a video on it, man. Like, you know what's crazy? I got a short, bro. That joint hit 1 million, bro. A short hit 1 million views. Yeah, and then I got another one right now at like 500-600K. Like that, and that was one of the biggest parts to the strategy was like, yo, okay, so live streaming was key. You know what I'm saying? Live streaming is key because then you actually get to bring that, you actually get to get that connection with your audience for real. Like it's face to face. This is live. You can watch it. If you watching, nigga, it's live. And then shorts is crazy. You know, you give it the right title and everything. Cause I literally made a video too. I was like, how much YouTube paid me or whatever. And I was like, oh, they ain't pay me shit. I only had 857 subscribers. And then later that week, I had like 2K. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it was because of short cuts from when.
Yeah, bro. That went up so fast. I was like, damn, he need to help me out on how you get to that. Because you congratulated me. You was like, like congratulations on 1,200, and then you done went to 9. I'm like, wait, hold on, man, I'm doing something wrong.
Hey, nah, man, you know. It's just about just keep posting, man. Like that's really the shit, man. Like keep posting, try to like use different hashtags in the shorts and everything. Like shorts is taking over this whole shit, man. Like you try to switch up the hashtags that you put inside the title. Just try and use titles that like people gonna search and everything like that. Something like that's like maybe give it a wow factor, something that people might not even know. Like that Snoop Dogg video that's going crazy right now, got a million. It's called "How Master P Convinced Snoop Dogg to turn down $1 million" or something like that.
Yep, I saw that.
So that's that shit. So like that give the wow factor because people like how really want to know how he did that. And then Snoop Dogg always he wanted them. I talked about this with the older niggas. Like when you look at the people from like the 90s, when you go on TikTok, you search to see if they got a TikTok. If they got a TikTok and they, you know what I'm saying, they keeping up with the game, you know what I'm saying? And Snoop Dogg is one of them people. Snoop Dogg, he always keep up with the time, he stay modern and everything. Like a lot of people, they like to say, oh, nah, it's new, and they don't fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? He one of the people that stick with it. So like he's always a guy that people gonna be searching. So I think Snoop Dogg is a piece of content that's always gonna work. Nigga, you could take that same Snoop Dogg video right now and throw your little shit on the back end, man, and just post that shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
And that was another thing I was gonna ask you too, bro. Like, so do hashtags matter today on Instagram?
On YouTube? Oh, Instagram. Man, I don't even know, bro. I be switching it up. Like I saw somewhere, like, remember we be talking about the shadow ban shit. I read somewhere they was like, oh, try to limit your hashtags to like 6 hashtags per video. I'll be using 6 and I'll switch it up and everything. But me, hashtags personally never really worked for me. Like on Instagram, like if I go to my little insights, I'll see hashtags that only generate like, it say like fucking a few clicks, bro. Like my hashtags never really did great for me at all on Instagram. So for me, I would say it don't work.
Okay.
But I see people that say 3K.
Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, because I know I've been watching that Instagram's hashtag, like a lot of spam counts will pop up now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, does it really to do hashtags now? Because I know on TikTok you don't got to do hashtags. Just post a good video.
Exactly. Yeah, I gotta switch that up with TikTok. I gotta try it out with no hashtags because I was doing some shit where I was really trying the hashtags. I'm really trying to figure it out. Like, and I saw somebody was like, "Oh, stay away from using FYP and for you and all that." I guess because they oversaturated because everybody used that. But it was like, yo, so I be still trying to figure it out with that.
Yeah, they were talking about. I know they were talking about with Instagram because of the ads, the Instagram ads. If you use too many hashtags, the person that spent $1 million promoting a post, they can let Instagram know, don't put certain hashtags in my, like, in the advertisement. Damn. So it's blocking a lot of people that use hashtags, to get to a certain audience now because of all of the like advertising money that's going to like certain brands and certain like companies now. So I learned that too, like, that you can't. Yeah, I learned that too. Like, dang, like, so is this like the day where hashtags don't exist anymore?
Yeah, they dying, bro. I think YouTube Shorts, I think they might still matter in a sense, but it still might not. Like, it's crazy, man. It's confusing. Like, I know I'll be using the hashtag still in the Shorts, but of course it's gonna come down, like you said, like with TikTok, like it's gonna come down ultimately to the title. You know, what makes somebody say, yo, I really want to know what's going on in this.
Yeah, bro. Like, but I know TikTok, man, that's a game changer. That thing right there, bro. Like, that's really about to that's gonna change everything, man.
They said TikTok search engine just passed Google as like the most used search engine, and it's the first time Google been passed in 15 years.
Yeah, bro. And that thing is, and I think Dorian said it too. Like, it's at its early stages.
Yeah, for sure. That joint's still a baby.
Can you imagine what's gonna happen in the next 10 years from now? Because Gary Vee said it though. Gary Vee was saying like, yo, y'all gotta get on TikTok. This is back in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I'm looking, I'm like, yo, he was right. Like, but that search engine you saying is bigger than Google now?
Yeah.
Like, bro, yeah, that's.
And it's crazy because what's it called? TikTok just added 10-minute videos. You can upload 10-minute videos on there.
I heard about that. 10
Like, you know
minute.
what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Like
10
they
minute
coming for
video.
YouTube, bro. Like YouTube would never die out. Like Instagram, they putting themselves in a position where they can die out, my nigga. But YouTube would never die because of, like we said, they search engine is crazy, Google and
10.
everything. But like,
Yeah.
you know, TikTok, they might be number one coming real soon. Like I wouldn't put them number one yet, but they there, bro.
Yeah.
They coming.
10 minute videos. Are you serious?
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah,
try that
bro.
shit out.
They about to put they about to put Instagram TV out of business, bro.
Yeah, man. Oh nah, Instagram TV. Yo, you be using it? Like you post your long form over there?
Bro, I used to my vision over since. I used to post on IGTV literally every single day. But then
Yo,
my views started going low. They started getting lower.
man. Mm-hmm.
And then I started going from like 1,000 to like 25. And then they started taking away the
Yo,
play. Then they started taking away the play counts.
yo.
So I'm like, what's going on? And then I remember Dorian talked about how the algorithm is shifting again. I'm like, yo, their algorithm is inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
But YouTube has always been the same. And TikTok now is like the duets. I'm telling you, man, it's so much you can do on TikTok. It's crazy. Like it's crazy. Like, like I'm like,
Yeah.
dang, like it's really about to put Instagram TV out of business. Like nobody wants to really. I'm not trying to say everybody wants to be on Instagram now, but it's like there's no main idea. So it's kind of messing up. It's
Mm-hmm.
messing up everybody's focus now. It's like, let's just go to TikTok.
Yeah. Nah,
You know,
TikTok, yo, and it's crazy because just like every other platform, like the young boys, they pick up everything. So like right now, like the high school kids and everything. So that's why it started off with the dancing, because you know the high school kids, they create the buzz on everything that first start. Like when Vaughn came out, I think I was either a freshman or a sophomore in high school. And you know, we was the first people using that shit. So like we created the trends. And that's why, you know, like I felt like, yo, us as like we getting older now. So like when TikTok first came out, that might have been why we kind of strayed away from it a little bit. It wasn't just about the dancing, man. It's like we, you know, as you get older. I always talk about, man, I don't want to get older and become one of them old geezer ass niggas where they like, I ain't fucking with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't let that happen. You feel me?
Bro, I hear that all the time, especially like we was talking about mixing and mastering. We hear it all the time. It'd be from, you know, and like I said, like I don't want to feel like an old head either, because I hear it all the time. Like, man, like you young niggas, man. Like y'all know nothing about equipment. Y'all got it easy. We had to work. Like, dude.
Yeah, yo, that shit crazy. Like they be saying, yo, like then Dr. Dre say, oh, he's still to this day like they have the whole band in that motherfucker, right?
Bro, still. I mean,
that shit crazy.
Like I said, different jokes with different folks, man. But I'm like, dude, that's the point. Stuff has gotten different. It's easier now. Like people keep talking about, man, back when we had 45s. Like, you know how hard it was to get a CD back in the day?
Yo.
Like me and my grandmother, like we literally, you know, I used to be from California. I used to live in California. Like, you know how hard it was to get a CD? We had to travel like an hour from one Best Buy to the other one, stuck in traffic. With streaming, you ain't gotta do that. All you gotta do is go to the search engine and type in the album, and it come right up.
Yeah. See, it's crazy because for me too, when I was like growing up and everything, like I remember, like I always speak on this, like my first two actual albums that I had, and they probably was bootleg. So I kind of missed the phase of like, you know, of like how hard it really was to go into these stores and trying to get these albums. Like, of course, what was that shit called? Like FYE and all that. Of course, what's it called? Like that was still around when I was coming up, but like I said, bootleg, man, that was the vibe for me. But like my first couple of albums I had was Akon Trouble and 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying. I used to play them joints like crazy.
Classics, like, bro. But FYE and Circuit City, like they was like, you know, like, and they took all the CDs off the shelf. It's like that's because it's a new day now. Like that's why Blockbuster went out of business. Like, because they didn't want to adapt to the fact that this generation, we are on our phone more than we want to go out and actually go to the store and watch a movie.
Yo, didn't they say Blockbuster turned down a deal with Netflix when they first was like getting started?
I think so. They turned down the deal. They didn't see the vision. Now look at what everybody doing now. It's like the internet. When the internet started, everybody didn't believe in the internet in 1999. It was a whole newspaper article that came out about it. Like the internet is not gonna last. And then when 9/11 hit, bro, that changed everything. When 9/11 hit, it was like, look, everything is gonna have to start going digital.
Yeah, yo, that's crazy, man. It's crazy because you know, in the world we live in right now, it's like, how could you ever believe this wouldn't be what it is? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, you got to understand at the time, especially we talked about it, you know, the old geezer syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one thing of it. But then also, like, yeah, why would you? It's hard to understand why would you believe that convenience, being able to do it from your house, wouldn't go mainstream. That's crazy to me. But it's like, you know, it's crazy.
I was saying, what you doing, bro? It's gonna change stuff because everybody's so used to thinking we gotta go to the studio and record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, and we heard hit records. Like, we saw pictures of people recording in hotel rooms.
Yeah, exactly.
Kanye did Through the Wire. He told the story how he did Through the Wire.
Yeah.
He didn't go to the big studio and did that. He did that. I think he was in a hospital or something when he recorded that verse. Like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the crazy part too. Like, you know, with the whole home studio. Like, I remember my man's was telling me, he was like, now you about to have like trash ass niggas making music now, like, because everybody can do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna be that guy. Like, cause you know, it's one of them things when it comes to social media too. Like, remember we always talk about that. You want your edge. You know, what do you stand for that's different? So when it comes to like, you know, the home studio, I felt like, damn, because I was thinking, I'm like, well, cause I wanted to make an ebook. I had that wrote down in my notes. I'm like, yo, I want to make an ebook. But then I was like, what should it be about? And I'm like, nigga, I had to step outside of myself. Nigga, what do you do that was just natural? Nigga, it was the home studio. Like, that was just something I did from start. Like, it's like, yo, make an ebook on that. And it's crazy because, you know, when you do it, it's like you can't believe that a lot of people don't do it. But it's a lot of people that don't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people.
That's deep knowledge, bro. Cause you start to realize, wait, like they don't know this. But then it's like we gifted to give the knowledge. Like we're more than just rappers and artists. Like, want to know this stuff. Like, so it's good for us to teach. Like, yo, you don't have to do all that. Like, we live in a work smarter day, not work harder. Like, you don't got to work hard, work smarter now. Like, type of day we live in. Like, the fact we got you can be a millionaire just by using your phone.
Yeah. This shit is crazy nowadays, man.
Was it like that years ago, man? You had to literally like go to an office space, rent an office space, do all of that. You got to look professional. Like, bro, even with the camera, cats are doing whole photo shoots and music videos through the iPhone now. It's crazy.
Hell yeah.
Like,
this shit. It's crazy because to me, I still feel like DSLR cameras and shit like that, they still superior when it comes to like video and photo. Like, I thought, because I'm one of them people, like I said, you know, independent minded. Like, my first couple music videos, I did it myself on my phone. And like, it wasn't until I got, like, I remember my last photo shoot, and I was really like, man, this shit is crazy. Like, it's a totally different ball game when it comes to that DSLR, man. Like, it's crazy to me, man. Like, it's of course, it's still going to be a need for certain equipment, but like, man, like, the fact that you can get such a great quality off of your phone is crazy. It's you know, the world is changing, man.
World's changing. Like, it's good too, because like I said, COVID kind of forced people to kind of either get left behind. Like,
and
you know,
that was the thing with the home studio too. Like, like a lot of people, I was doing interviews during COVID, and a lot of people was like, so what do you like, how's everything been going since you know, you gotta stay in the house with Corona and all that? And I'm like, this shit ain't changed nothing for me. Like, I'm chilling. Like, I've been in the crib, and it felt so normal. Like I said, it felt so normal. Like, I'm like, how niggas ain't doing this? But now it's changing the game. Like I said, like, you're gonna have to look for other resources. You got to know how to make shit happen. Outside of that, I heard a video of Kalani talking about she started recording at the crib too during the COVID shit.
Yep. Like, Kaylani, Tinashe got a home studio. Tori be recording from home half the time. Like, I'm telling you, man. But like you said, with the independent thing, because if you was a major artist, you couldn't record from home. You got to go to studio because they paying $1.5 to $2 million on your recording budget.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Whereas like you got to go to a certain studio to record music. Like,
yeah.
Independent, you can do that yourself. Like, I'm at home. You know, I read his ebook. I got the microphone. I ain't gotta go nowhere. Like, and then
Yeah,
upload
you
it
know what
for
I'm saying?
$10. Upload it for
$10.
$10, and then go platinum maybe. Like, you know, like it's
You know what I'm
possible.
saying? And yo, and that's another thing, man. I remember I posted a clip about Russ talking about how he spent like $20 to like upload
Yeah,
from
that's all.
TuneCore.
Yeah,
And man, yo, on TikTok, cause they started doing numbers on TikTok. And dog, when I tell you every comment was in that joint talking about he's lying. Like, no, like it's a lot more that goes into it. They're like, yo, somebody said some crazy shit. Somebody was like, cause he said he recorded it. No, he recorded the music video for those songs in a hotel room. So he
yeah.
was saying that, and they was like, he said $21. What was the hotel room cost? I'm like, bro. I said, I put the laugh emojis. I just like, nigga, you gotta be bullshitting right now. Like, yo, the hotel cost. Who's to say he just wasn't in the hotel? Them hotel costs wasn't tied to that song.
Right.
Who's to say he wasn't just in the hotel room and say, yo, fuck it, y'all, let's just record the video? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
was like, niggas can't be serious right now. Like, and niggas, and I saw somebody else comment on that too. They was like, I'm convinced that y'all ask for information, and when somebody give it to y'all, y'all try to make it wrong. And I speak on that all the time because
Bro,
niggas is lazy.
it's that illusion, man. Like we live by. Am I cool, Parker? Yeah, you good. Yeah, we live by illusion, bro. Like that's just, it's like the music industry is like how we used to think of Santa Claus and
Yeah,
Mickey Mouse back in the day. Like we thought they was real people, and then when we
yeah,
got older, we realized these ain't real people. Like these are just characters. And it's
yeah,
the same thing with what we do. Like we think like what we're saying or what certain artists say is like, man, whatever, man, ain't whatever. That ain't true. They ain't all going to it. But then when you really dive deep into it, you like, wait a minute. And then other people are starting to get the information. Like it's like,
yeah.
and then I think you said this too. It's like, dude, like how many documentaries have to come out about people talking about how bad certain stuff is where you can get to the right situation?
You know what I'm saying? Like before
Man,
you keep, like when you, how long you need to, how many of those you need to go through before you say, damn, man, maybe it's something else to this that I need to look into. Like, you
yeah,
know what I'm
like
saying? Like with the
yeah,
business, man, like it's kind of fucked up too when you know the business because it kind of changes things for you. When you see certain people, they post certain accolades and like Billboard, that's one of them. You see people, they talk about money and shit. You kind of like, damn, nigga, you ain't really got it like that. And then,
yeah,
damn, nigga, like the label just paid to get you on there. Like, and what's crazy? But I learned too, when you know the business and you really, because we in this shit, like we live in this. So it's like when you in the industry, especially, so when you want to come up, you ain't do all that yet, right? So
right.
people look at it as like, oh, he's hating. Like he's just mad because he's not on there. Like I posted a clip talking about independence, and somebody tried to say like, "Oh, trust me, buddy, that's not the only reason you're not independent. I mean, you're not signing." Like, no, they don't want to sign you. I'm like, bro, what the
Yeah.
fuck, nigga? Like, that's why I had to ask you that question. Like, what made you say like, yo, what makes you say like, yo, you're gonna be independent even if that offer is on the table?
I mean, listen, like I said, we all human. Like it might come a day, man, where they might say, look, here's $1 million. But to look at the after effect of it,
Mm-hmm.
the after effect of you're not gonna own none of your work or you gotta do what everybody else tells you to do. If you want to put out a record, you gotta ask for permission. If I
That's
make a
crazy.
record, the record label can say, we don't like that record, do something else.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's
you know how hurt,
crazy.
like, do you know how pissed off we will be right now if somebody just
Yeah.
said, like, we spent hours in the studio making something that we love, like the records that you make, you going behind the
Mm-hmm.
scenes, you telling people, like, like you be doing the comparison of like which records sound better, you be bobbing to your shit, and then you hear A&R say, I don't understand it though, make something else. Bro,
Yeah, you feel me?
you flip the tape, you be like, nigga, what the fuck?
What is you talking about?
Bro, I, bro, I fight you
Yo,
right now. Like, yo, you call
yeah,
security.
because it's serious. It's serious about this shit.
People
And
do
then
that
it's
all the
like,
time, bro.
then them boys don't even be like, they don't know music. Like you hear it all the time how artists would be like, oh, the label said they want something urban. And it's like, what, nigga? Like that goes back to the same thing, nigga. We are this. Like, they always say like urban is a euphemism for for black, basically, right? We're black. How you gonna tell me make something this? Nigga, anything we make, we're black. Anything we make is black. You feel me? Like, so how you gonna tell me, hey, make something this? Like,
bro,
like
man,
with the Lil Nas shit, with the you know, the Old
Old
Town
Town.
Road shit.
Yep.
You know, saying that the industry was saying, and this could have been a marketing scheme. They said the industry said like, that's not what they say, not what was it? Country, that's not country enough.
That's not country. Yep.
Like, nigga, you can make whatever you want. It's that. You feel me? People
Yep.
don't. That's crazy. Like, it's
Bro.
weird. You black. You can't make country.
And like you know, man, and a lot of the music people left too.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, a lot of music people were A&Rs. They were managers. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they were presidents. Now they done left, and now the people that's running it, it's all about analytics now.
Yeah.
But I've heard a few stories. I know Rico Love. I don't know if you heard of him, the songwriter. He
I never. Go ahead.
he is a big songwriter. He wrote for Beyonce. And he wrote for Usher.
Mm-hmm.
And he told his story at his music conference, and it blew me away, bro. He said when Beyonce did Crazy in Love, and I think at the time she signed to Columbia when she did her first album, she said when she played Crazy in Love for the label was listening to it, and the label looked at her and said, "We don't understand it." I was like, wait, they told Beyonce this? And
Yeah.
they said Crazy in Love. They looked at her and said, "We don't get it." So they said the only way we get it is if you get Jay to do a verse on it. You got to get Jay. That's how Jay did the verse. The young ho wanna know that joint. That's how they said, okay, cool. We like the record now because we got Jay on it. And like,
that's crazy.
y'all just say y'all didn't understand Crazy in Love. That's one of Beyonce's records. That's one of her
This shit is
biggest
weird,
songs.
man. It's weird, and that's another thing too, man. Like these labels, bro. Like it's a business, right?
Yep.
And we know they ran by white people. You know, for the most part, they're ran by white people. And if it's if the actual, the immediate label is like, you look at Cash Money, like, yeah, like this, Birdman, right?
Yep.
But they're under Universal, which is a white man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come
People
on.
forget that. People
And
forget
it's
that,
like,
bro.
those white people don't want to be around us, bro. Like, those white people don't want to be around us. Like, I remember I saw a meeting one time. It was a label meeting, right? It was a video, and I'm like, yo, they looking at this man. It was obviously a black artist, and he in there. He performed. You know how they be in there. They be jumping on the table and shit, performing they shit. And these white people around the table, not one black man in a suit in that motherfucker. All white people, and they looking at him like I can't. They looking at him like I can't wait till he leave the room. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. So you don't even want me around you, but I'm supposed to sign to y'all because it's about money. They know where the money at, and that's all it's about. So why would you want to sign to them? Why would you want to listen to them? And people get caught up in the advances and everything. Like, we just saw Lil Durk talk about, they paid him $40 million for their last album, and it's like,
you got to pay that back, brother.
Yeah, you feel me? But for a lot of people, they don't care. They don't care about ownership. They don't care. So, like, that's why I say, if you don't care about none of that, going the label route, getting them big advances could be a cool play.
Yeah.
But you better know what you're doing with your money, or later on, what you gonna wish you owned that shit. And a lot of people wish they owned it, and that's why you see them complaining on the interviews.
Bro, they complaining still. I'm gonna tell you, but the worst industry story that always stick, and that, because I keep it's a bunch of answers on why I've always wanted to be independent. When I heard about, and I love this artist, this is like my favorite artist. I love Toni Braxton. When I heard Toni Braxton made the label over $150 million and she only got a $2,000 royalty check, I was like, wait a second. Like, how the heck did you make the label over $150 million, almost $250 million, and you only walked out with $2,500 in royalty?
Nigga, what?
I'm sitting here, bro. This is Google information, bro. She did a whole documentary because she said the answer. She was like, yeah, I think she said she got 2,500 or something, or less than that.
Yeah.
This girl didn't even make like half of 1%. And people are so quick to talk bad about streaming.
Yo.
But I'm like, bro, like, this is really like real. I'm looking like, yo, this happens all the time.
Yeah, and then you look at TLC.
TLC.
It's a bunch of stories, man.
New Edition, bro. Bro, I'm gonna tell you how bad it's gotten bad to the point that NSYNC had to go through that. And Sync was good. You know, that's a documentary in itself. I think their manager passed away, but that was a documentary, and that was a white group, bro. Like,
Yo.
you know what I'm saying? Like you using them too. Like
money ain't got no motherfucking race, nigga. They
Taylor
want that
Swift.
money, man.
Taylor Swift, she had to go with Scooter Braun, but you can't get
Yeah.
mad at Scooter Braun. He's a businessman. Like
Businessman, yeah.
you can't
That's
get
it.
upset with that. Like y'all want to
Of course.
sign. That's what.
And that's what I said too. I spoke on that like in one of my videos. I talked about why I would never own a label. Because like
Yeah.
as a business, from a business standpoint, you know, owning the masters of these artists, of course, that's a no-brainer, right? So if somebody has a brand already and you give them, you know, a profit split, a great deal and everything, okay, cool, you can do that. But then when they don't have anything to bring to the table, you know, you're going to own all that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way you can make money.
That's
but
true.
I said, morally, I don't agree with what's going on. You know, I don't agree morally with what it takes to run a great business as, you know, when it's a record label.
Yeah.
While owning a record label. I don't morally agree with that. Owning somebody, because I know as an artist, especially, I know what it feel like. This is your shit. This is your life work. You emotionally tied to this shit. It's like, how you gonna take that from somebody, dog? That's crazy for some money,
bro. That's really like I'm telling you, that's like you said. That's why I don't want to. Even though I have a company, but people ask me all the time, "Are you taking an artist?" I always say no. I was like, I'll partner with artists. I'll partner with you, you know, but I don't want to just sign you because number one, it's more responsibility. Let's say if I'm giving an artist $1 million, I gotta really sit back and hope and pray I get my $1 million back. And
exactly.
some artists they might take too long to give back $1 million, so they trying to find a way to get that back because you putting the record label in trouble.
And then the only way that and then another, you know, that's when you see them doing the marketing when they throw a bunch of more money into it, try to market it so they could get their $1 million.
Bro, like I'll be too nervous to give up $1 million.
I didn't even see this. I recently discovered the 10% rule. If you promoted your events, just send.
Oh, your files on everything.
Social media is difficult without paying. Man, it's free to post social media content, man.
I was just saying that earlier today. I'm like, it's crazy. Like you can become a millionaire and not pay for a subscription to post.
Exactly. I be telling people, man, like I think to say social media is difficult without paying, you're not posting enough content.
Yeah.
10% if you want to grow organic.
That's true. You gotta post. You gotta post like this is a game of like content now. Like it used to be, like, well, that's another thing. I think that's the mindset. Like I said, the illusion of, you know, if you post too much, people are gonna walk away from you because we're so used to the major artist mindset.
Yeah.
You drop a piece of content and you wait 4 years, or you check your page, you got 10 posts, but that don't work. That don't work for us. Like,
nah,
you be in front of people in order for people to actually pay attention to you.
Yeah, like bro, Grant Cardone. That's another quote. Like, he be saying, bro, like it's not about the best product, and as a music artist is obviously the music. It's not about the best product, man. It's about how many people know you, bro.
That's
like,
true.
If you're not selling, it's because more people don't know. There's not enough people that know you. And the only way to do that is by posting constantly. Like I said, if I load my Instagram app, nigga, I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see D-Rim on that motherfucker. If I get on TikTok, I'm gonna see D-Rim on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be all over the place.
That's true.
The only way. And it's free to do it, man. You gotta take advantage, bro. Like, don't be too cool for this shit. Don't, you know what I'm saying? And don't overthink it, man. Put it out. I talked about, like, you know, when you know, the content that you feel like is not as good, it always is the one most of the time that does good. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I learned that, and that stuck with me forever, man. It's like, nigga, the ones you be like, yo, I'm editing, you trying to go hard, make sure it's perfect, and then you put it up and it don't do shit.
It don't do shit.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, just be yourself. Like you were saying, be yourself. You know, put that shit out there. If it's good information, if it's good, you know, good content, people gonna resonate, and then it's gonna slowly build. Rather it's one this week, two next week. You know what I'm saying? Like, you slowly grow. It's the same with money, man. Compound interest. Put out your content. The more you invest, the more the more it grows. Same with content. The more videos content you put out there, the more your audience grows. It's compound interest with that.
And I always tell people too, make sure that your dream is your biggest investment. Like I know we hear about crypto and stocks, which is nothing bad about that, but your dream is your biggest investment. Like that always comes first. Because you're gonna have people say, people quit music so they can just invest all their money in crypto because they just trying to get rich fast. But whatever your dream is, invest into that first. Crypto is it where if you got enough money to lose, that's where you should put it in. But if your money and your investments, all you got is just your dream, you got to do that first. That always comes first, man, because that consistency, I'm telling you, it pays off. Like, like what's better? I'm trying to build a home studio, or I'm trying to put all this into crypto and make it sit. Your dream, that can't. You got to work that dream. So when you make that million, now you can say, look, I want my money to make money now.
Exactly. Yeah.
People run away from the dream too much, where it's like, no, that always comes first. Like, don't let people distract you from. If you want to be an artist, be an artist. And then let your money work for you in the long run.
And it's tough too, because we still we the first. I always speak about this. We the first generation that's living in this era of social media. In this whole new era of just building a business online. Really doing things online. This is a whole thing that older generations, like our parents and everything, they didn't see this. So it's hard for them to understand this type of stuff. So when you go and do it, for a lot of people, we see this a lot. Like people talk about their family don't support it and everything like that. And then so what you said, you gotta put your dream first, man. That comes first in all areas, no matter what. Like with money, financially, and just also just what you want out of your life. That's the thing that's gonna sit with you, bro. Like always, crypto cool, but what you gonna have at the end of the day, man?
Yeah. Listen, don't let nobody distract you, man. Don't let anybody distract you. That's most important.
Hell nah, bro. Stay focused, man. That's what I said. We got a great opportunity, man. So much you could post all this content on every platform, man, and you can grow naturally. Like my man said, organic, man. Like organic, you can grow. Put out more content. That's it.
That's the key, man. I'm looking forward to posting more, man. This interview gonna make me post more content for sure.
Bro, you gonna have clips from this interview. You already know, bro.
That's why I asked you. That's why I asked you, like, yo, we going on YouTube? Because I'm gonna definitely screenshot some of this footage.
This is heavy micro content, bro. You can get, bro, it's an hour and 50 minutes. We gonna have at least 10 great clips, nigga, and it's gonna be a lot more than that. I already know, because we've been talking about nothing but game this whole fucking live.
Yeah, man. Yeah, my fault for the hiccup, bro. Yeah, we was trying to get, bro. We saw a couple cops come to the rink, so we was trying.
Nah, you good, bro. That joint was a little small ass.
I don't know what the heck happened, bro. It was a couple cops that came in, and my girl came out. He was like, "Okay, we just gonna drive." I'm like, "What y'all do?" She said, "Nothing happened to us. It was just okay." Well,
I can't. Wasn't right.
It's Friday night, man. Everybody turned, bro. It's already, like I said, it's already a curfew in Miami, so I hope they don't got no curfew here.
Real right, man. That's crazy. Yo, but you living in Jersey?
Nah, man, I'm in Vegas now. I just came out here to visit. Yeah, I usually DJ here at the rink. Sometimes I come back and visit my family, and I come out and I DJ twice when I come back. So I'm DJing. I might DJ Monday night. I usually do Monday nights here. In Camden at the Camden rink. So it's just get my chops up, man. I love DJing, man. It's like a stress reliever. So it helps me,
man. I'll be seeing the content.
Yeah, it helps me improve my production and my mixing. Like I said, that's more content too.
So, hell yeah. Document, like you hear Gay V talk about it, man. Like instead of trying to create content, document. That's the best way.
That's exactly what I'm. Because people starting to say like, yo, I like how you DJ and the breakdowns and how you be doing tutorials and stuff, like my singing videos and stuff. Like it's really helped because of the DJing thing. That's why I'm kind of glad to come out here and just visit and hopefully spend some good records on Monday. So.
Hell yeah. Nah, that's lit, bro. Like, man, I'm looking forward to watching this shit back though, man. I know there's a lot of game, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, and congrats on the new record too, man.
I appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna drop some more shit, man. You know the game.
looking forward to it, bro. Like
Hell
I
yeah.
like the new joint that you got out, man. I've been bumping it. Actually, I bumped it on the plane coming here. So
Bro, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate all that, man. Real shit.
My G.
But man, we gotta do this shit again for sure.
Most definitely,
Damn
bro.
sure gotta do it.
And we gotta do a record together too, man.
Hell yeah, bro. Hey man, sending some shit my way, man. I remember we spoke on that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Man. We gonna get some work done, man, for sure.
Hell yeah, man. But hey, man, have a good one, bro. Man, stay safe.
Yes, sir, man. And y'all listen to the replay.
Yes, sir. You already know.
All right, man. Much love to you, bro.
All right, buddy.
All right.